Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hi everyone, welcome to Entry App. This is Leena Rawat. And in today's class, what are we going to discuss? We are going to talk about subject verb agreement. Okay, so what do you understand by subject verb agreement? That means whenever you have a singular verb, okay, whenever you have singular verb, you have to use singular subject. Okay, whenever you have singular subject, you have to use singular verb. Whenever you have singular subject, you have to use singular verb. But whenever you have plural subject, you have to use plural verb. Okay, this is the basic concept of subject verb agreement, but it is not all about subject verb agreement. We will understand much more concepts of subject verb agreement and also its application in your exam. Okay, when you have question paper in your hand or whenever you are practicing before the examination, what will be the approach? Okay, what will be the approach or what will be the application of these concepts? All these things we are going to talk about in this class only. So first of all, you have this table on your screen. I have already, described this table in the previous session of, I think, pronoun. So if you haven't watched those videos, you can also check them out. And the table is saying that we have some cases. Okay, so in this table, you can see I, we, you, he, she, it, and they. And this is called subjective case. Why do we call this table or these pronouns subjective case? Because we use these pronouns at the place of subject. Okay, you can use these pronouns at the place of subject only. You cannot these pronouns at the place of object or any other place. That is why we call them subjective case or pronouns of subjective case. Similarly, why do we call these pronouns objective case? Because these are the pronouns we use at the place of objects: me, us, you, him, her, it, and them. Okay, now this table is talking about possessive case. Okay, so I have told you in that particular class that we do not use any noun, okay, with this pronoun, that is mine. This car is mine. But when you say this is my car, then you have to use noun here. That is why there is a difference. We call these words adjectives, but these are possessive adjectives because it shows possession. Okay, they are the pronouns, they show possession, and that is why we have to add a noun after these possessive adjectives, and these are the pronouns. Okay, and we do not need to add any kind of noun here. Now understand one more thing: we replaces noun when we use pronoun. Okay, we use pronoun at the place of noun. Okay, and where do we use noun? At the place of subject. Okay, at the place of object. Okay, and as a object complement also, sometimes as prepositional object. Okay, so these are the things where we use noun. So where we can use noun at, similarly we can use pronouns at the place of nouns. Okay, this is all I want to make you understand, because noun is equal to pronoun. That means where we can use noun, we can use pronoun as well. Now, what do you understand when I say singular subject, singular verb? So we have some basic forms like cause eat is the verb. Okay, it is a verb. So I is the singular pronoun, but you will see changes. Sometimes it takes singular verb, sometimes it takes plural verb with it. Okay, like I have. Okay, have is the plural verb. We use have with we also. But when you say I was, the singular, but we use were with we. So this is the exception. Otherwise, he, she, it. You will use eats when you're talking about present indefinite tense. Similarly, eats, its. Okay. When you're talking about continuous, you have to use is. Okay. When you are talking about the present perfect, then you have to use has. She has, it has, all these things. Okay. And you will take plural verb. Okay, you use you with singular and plural both, but you have to use plural verb. Okay, so what I want to say that base form, the base form. Okay, remember the base form: eat, sleep, know, drink, walk, talk. All these forms are plural. Okay, are plural. Whenever you add s, es, or ies according to your verb, it becomes what? It becomes singular. Okay. So, moving further, we have some concepts based on subject verb agreement. All right. So these are the these are the words. Okay, these are the words. These are the nouns basically. Has s at the end of the word, like jeans, pants, trousers, pajamas, tights, socks, binoculars, spectacles, and so on. So here you can see s at the end of the word. But do you know that this is the singular thing? Okay, this is the single thing. When you're talking about jeans, okay, when I say jeans, am I mean to say two jeans or two pair of jeans? No, jeans is singular, one product, one dress only, but we consider it as plural. Why? Because it's a pair, has two legs, has two legs. That is why it is considered to be plural. And because it is considered to be plural, that is why we have to use plural verb with it. Jeans, pants, trousers, whenever you see something in pair, like scissors, okay? Scissors, songs, they have pair, they have two things paired up. So whenever you have these kind of things, you have to use plural verb. Other than that, you have some words in your book, or whenever I'll teach you, or whenever you have your notes, you will have some words, or I would say nouns. Just need to go through all these words 2 or 3 times, and you will memorize them ultimately. And remember that whenever you see these kind of words, you have to use plural verb. Okay? Because they are in pair. That is why we use plural verb with it. Okay, that is why we use plural verb with all these words. So we have some examples like where are the pajamas. We do not use where is the pajamas because we considered it plural. That is why we have to use plural verb. Understood? You can find the question based on this topic. Okay, so where is pajamas is incorrect. Where are pajamas? Okay, so s is also compulsory here. You cannot remove s. Jean is nothing. Jeans. Pant is nothing. Pants. Trouser is nothing. Trousers. Okay. Second sentence is ants were given to the beggars. Okay, and is also plural. You have to use plural verb. We consider it plural. That is why we have to use a plural verb. Okay, were given to beggars because this is passive sentence. Okay, that is why you can see a third form of the verb after verb. My earrings are not good enough to afford your education. Okay, my earrings are not good enough to afford your education. Earrings, two things. Okay, earrings, you wear earrings in both the ears, not only one ear. That is why we call them earrings, and that is why we have to use plural verb are. Trousers are not available in this shop. In the shop, the trousers has s, and we consider it plural. That is why we have to use are. All these sentences are correct. What you need to do, you just need to keep these things in your mind, and that whenever you have these kind of words, any of these words or nouns, you have to use plural verb after it. but when when you want to make them singular, okay, if you want to make these words singular, what you need to do, you need to add some more words to it. Like in this sentence, a pair of scissors. When you add a pair of scissors, you cannot use a scissor. It is scissors as well here. When you say a pair of scissors, the plural verb will become singular verb. Okay, so a pair of scissors has been found, not have been found. Similarly, two pairs of socks, because we have used two here, that is why we have to use plural verb. Otherwise, if we say a pair of socks, then we use has here because it is talking about two pairs. That is why we have to use plural verb, which is have been stolen. All right, so all these sentences are correct. Now, moving further, again you have to read and memorize these concepts whenever you have name of diseases which has s at the end. Okay, when you have a name of a disease and it has s at the end, you mean to say that you are talking about that particular disease only. You're not talking about many diseases, but it has s in their spelling. Okay, like measles, rickets, arthritis, rabies, okay, diabetes, mumps, all these diseases. But it has, you know, singular meaning. It has singular meaning. That is why whenever you have a name of any disease which has s at the end of its spelling, what you need to do, you need to use singular verb. Understood? Because it is not in pair. Earlier I have told you that when you have words which has s at the end of the spelling, but they are in pair, or some words which are not in pair, but you have to remember them. That similarly, when you have subjects, okay, when you have subjects ends with s, like mathematics, civics, politics, physics. So whenever you have these kinds of subjects, you have to use singular verb again. And some verbs which has s, like three mosquitoes, the Arabian Nights, then supports are there, darts, billiards, draughts, and some countries and organizations name, like the Nicobars, the Andamans, the Brussels, the West Indies, the United States. So you need to memorize all these names, okay? And you have to use plural, I mean singular verb with these subjects, right? Now, examples are diabetes is a chronic disease. See, S is added here. This is the spelling of diabetes, but you have to use singular verb, that is. Diabetes is. Similarly, statistics. Statistics is my favorite subject. Now when we are talking about subject, or when we are talking about these word in this context only. Okay, when you have measles and you are talking about disease, when you are mathematics, when you are talking about mathematics in context of subject. Okay, when you are talking about any sport. Okay, so only then you have to use singular verb, otherwise you can use plural verb as well. Like this sentence, statistics. So this is data, all right? This is data, not your subject. So when you use statistics as data, not subject, you will use plural verb. Okay, you will use plural verb. So statistics show, not shows. that women live longer than men. So this is talking about data. That is how you will use plural verb with it. Okay, clear? So we have understood two concepts where you will have s at the end of the word and you consider it plural, like tongs, scissors, pants, trousers, and you have to use plural verb. But here are some words or nouns where you have to use singular verb, but only when you're talking about in this context. Otherwise you have to use plural verb. We have some more words like advice, news, bread, information, debris, pencil, chalk, equipment, food, grass, grocery. And these words will take what, singular verb or plural verb, singular verb after it. Okay, these words or nouns will take singular verb after it. Okay, so whenever you have any of these words you have to use singular verb. Like, there is a good piece of news for me. Is this the correct sentence? There is a good piece of news for me. Yes, this is the correct sentence because it is talking about a good piece of news and you have to use is here. These pieces of equipments are imported ones. Can we say equipments? Can we say equipments here? No, we cannot say equipments. This is incorrect. Equipment is equipment. You cannot add s into it. Information is information. You cannot add s into it. All right. Now, no news is good news. This is perfectly fine. There is no correction required. No news is good news is correct. These pieces of equipment are imported ones. All right, so you cannot use s here, and all other things are perfectly fine. Now we have some questions for practice. Okay, one by one I'll read a sentence and you have to find out where is the problem in the sentence. Now, you should wear the new trouser to the party. You cannot say trouser. If you say, then this is incorrect. Can use trousers in this way. Now this sentence is fine. Trousers. You should wear the new trousers to the party, not trouser. Now the cattle are not being fed properly. Can we say kettle? No. Kettles is not the word. Kettle is the word which is used for a group. Okay, it is the name of a group. Cattle. Kettles is not there. So cattle are not being fed properly. Now this is fine. Your mathematics are beyond my understanding. Is this fine? No, it is incorrect. Why? Your mathematics are beyond my understanding. This is not talking about what? This is not talking about your subject. So it is talking about calculation, and in this context, you cannot, consider it singular. That is why you have to use are here. Now it is fine. Your mathematics are beyond my understanding. This is fine. Okay. So the politics of your father is very meant for the benefit of the nation. Is it fine? The politics of your father is very meant for the benefit of the nation. Is this fine? Yes, this is correct sentence because it has politics of your father. Yeah, politics of your father. No, you cannot say politics of your father is because this is not subject. Okay, this is not talking about the subject politics. It is talking about the politics. Okay, so you have to use the politics of your father are very meant for the benefit of the nation, right? Now, if you want to participate in vocabulary quiz for bank exam, you can simply go to the entry app. Just open the entry app where you will find vocabulary, okay, bank vocabulary or vocabulary quiz for bank exam. And day wise, every day there is a quiz for you where you will have 5 questions and you will get 3 minutes for these 5 questions. And if you have all the correct answers, you will get 20 marks for it. And if you have any correct or incorrect answer, you will get the analytics depending on it. Like, if you have one wrong answer, then you will score 80%. That means 4 correct and 1 is wrong, right? And you can also practice English by using this option where there is a subject. You can simply click on English and this page will open where you will see so many exercises. Practice your English grammar like miscellaneous exercises, phrase replacement, paragraph completion, para jumpers, close test, and so on. So this is all about today's class. If you like this video, hit the like button. You can also share this class with your friends. And I'll see you next class. Till then, keep learning and take care. Bye bye.